Alright, I am back. I just finished watching the EA press event. Spent the last hour watching that. Let's do a quick recap here of what just went down. First out was Peter Moore to say we got 11 games to show you, and it's going to be cool. First game was Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, which is not a traditional Plants vs. Zombies game. It is a third-person action game that has tower defense. So think if, like, Sanctum was a third-person game and also multiplayer. That's kind of the vibe that I got from it, is that you'll be doing tower defense, but you'll also be actively engaging with the enemies. They said Xbox One and 360. They didn't mention any other platforms, so who knows. They teased Peggle 2, which is great. I like Peggle. It's a fun game, but they just showed a logo. That was it. Then we got more footage of Titanfall. We got the developers at Respawn talking about it, and, you know, pretty much a lot of the same stuff that you would seen at the Microsoft press event. Then we got a tease for a new DICE game, which is Star Wars Battlefront. And that'll be running on Frostbite 3, all that good stuff. So, who knows what actually when it'll come out, who knows what platforms, but they are working on it. It is happening. And that's part of the whole EA gets to do Star Wars games now. Then they showed Need for Speed Rivals, which is the next Need for Speed game not being made by Criterion. It's a new studio called Ghost Games, and we continue with the E3 thing this year of buzzwords, and their buzzword is all drive, as opposed to the Forza 5 Drivatar. You're going to get real tired of buzzwords this E3, because it seems like every press conference has at least 4 or 5 of them, and it's just real fucking obnoxious. So they showed that. They showed, you know, you can... It's the online stuff where, you know, some people are if you're playing as a single player, but you're also online, and then you're like, you know, the bad guy, and then someone else is playing single player online, and they're a cop, and those two games can interact. And something else with having a tablet and smart glass, and I don't really fucking care. Then they brought out the dude who is starring in the Need for Speed movie. Why was this on stage? They showed some behind-the-scenes stuff of the movie, and they're like, oh, it's like actual streetcar racing, and then showed a dude hitting the fucking cop car and flipping over and around. What? That's like the actual historical Japanese battles from fucking PS3 a couple of years back. This is the most fucking... whatever. Real dumb. Didn't need to be on stage for 5 minutes. Whatever. Moving on. Dragon Age 3. Hopefully not the return to Shit Mountain, because Dragon Age 2 was not a good game. They showed some screenshots. They showed a CG trailer. They said fall 2014. So that is a ways off to show any kind of in-game stuff. Moving on to EA Sports. NBA Live this year. Or next year. Maybe. If they don't cancel it at the last minute again. And then we got Bounce Tech. Is another fucking buzzword. Talked about ball handling and her. And then we got Madden. They said it was actual footage. They showed a trailer. I couldn't tell if it was a CG trailer, an in-game trailer. I don't play sports games, so whatever. Moves on to FIFA. And then they brought out Drake for some reason. What? What is going on? Why is Drake on stage talking about FIFA? I don't know. FIFA. Then UFC, out comes Dana White. Remember when he used to hate EA? And a lot of other good... Yeah, so, money talks. They had Bruce Buffer, and they had a bunch of UFC guys, and they talked about how there's like this new system called full body deformation, and another buzzword, MMAI, and Dana White just likes fighting, because he's like, it's in our blood, it's in our DNA to love fights, because we're all cavemen and raw, whatever, Dana White. Got past that, then Battlefield 4, which still looks fucking amazing, another buzzword, Levolution, what? enough with the buzzwords. 64-player online, commander mode. They had a whole sequence of dudes playing, and they were trying to kind of represent, you know, it being an online thing actually happening, but I've never played an online match in a game where there wasn't cursing or racial slurs or rape threats, so it didn't seem very real to me. But obviously it's being aired on TV, so you can't really do that. They had an end sequence there with some building destruction that looked super excellent. Very reminiscent to me of something like Earth Defense Force, of just fucking the whole building coming down. Now, whether or not that's heavily scripted, we'll see. But it looked super impressive for what it was. And then, the secret, not so secret, often rumored Mirror's Edge 2 got announced. No platforms, no date. It's coming when it's ready, which is some very id wording, some very Valve when it's done type stuff. But Mirror's Edge 2 is real. Seaboat is the best leaker on the planet, leaking that top secret info. The rumor is that game was an Xbox One exclusive, but I would think if that was Xbox One exclusive, it would have been at the Microsoft conference, and it wasn't. So, who knows what's going to happen with that, but it is finally confirmed, it is actually happening, and that is super exciting. So, that has been the EA conference, that was an hour. The Ubisoft conference is happening, it's 5 now, the Ubisoft conference is happening at 6? Yeah, 6. So, I might get a nap, because I got 2 more conferences to watch today, and then we'll hopefully call it a night. So this has been Attack Slug with another conference chatter. Subscribe, like, I don't know, do what you want. I do other stuff. We do a show here every week called Perplexing Pixels, which is a fun watch. But I'll be back and see you again for Ubisoft. Later.